A stunning day on the river today. Blue skies, white clouds, tailwind, not too hot, not too cold. Lots of interesting water coming up today. Hopeful to see more seals, more animals, more birds. It's amazing. I love it today. Lots of these interesting little rock gardens. That should be it for whitewater for a little while. So it's time to try and dry these socks that I've been trying to dry since forever.
Stop wasting your time, stop wasting time. No one's gonna be there when you make the finish line. Stop wasting your time, stop wasting time. No one's gonna be there when you make it to the finish line. Was it the fear of being alone that kept us together? All along, the mindset was clear. I no longer belong, but I set a new path and move on, move on. Do you know who you are when there's no one around? Who are you when there's no one around?
Man, the wind is really beginning to pick up, and I'm looking for the most sheltered route through all these channels.
This isn't a very high bank, but it's enough. I stay within about 15 feet of shore. I don't get nearly as much wind as if I go a little bit further out.
Lunch.
So the river splits up and descends down to Edahon Lake a couple of different ways, at least according to the map and according to the GPS. And I'm in the exact place that this second branch is supposed to start. And there's zero sign of it. There hasn't been a branch here for years, and at water this high, it should be flowing if it exists at all. Here, see if you can see it. There's nothing. There's not even the tiniest trickle flowing through here. So this means I'm gonna have to beat upwind for like 2 fucking kilometers, and the wind's really heavy right now. This is gonna be a nightmare to undo. It's gonna take me hours fighting upwind to get back to the other route down to Edahon Lake. This sucks. The wind is so strong out on the main part of the lake coming down to this little offshoot that it's gonna be faster to get out and drag the boat up along shore. I didn't think I'd have to be dragging a boat along shore on a lake, but there you go. I can't get it over these sharp rocks. I wish I'd brought some dynamite. Or maybe I can move this rock. Yep. Maybe I can slide it through here. Well, I made it through the boneyard, but now I still have to head upwind. It's gonna take 2 hours to undo this one little mistake trusting the map and trusting the GPS. Never trust your map. And now it's upwards into the wind for a kilometer and a half. This is going to be brutal. Holy shit, was that a battle. That was such a short distance and so much work and so hard. It's so windy that I'm here in the willows at the side of the bank to grab a moment's rest, and there are no mosquitoes. And mosquitoes love hanging out in willows. They're not taken to the air. They know better. But I think I can sense current in the water again, which is good, because soon I'll have the current and a strong downhill gradient to back me up on getting down to Edahon Lake. And then I'll have to figure out Edahon Lake there, because if this amount of wind is on that lake, we just covered in whitecaps. Well, I made it down to Edahon Lake, finally. Thank God. And then almost immediately, I spotted something interesting. Some buildings, including some white and orange tents. Let's go check it out. Well, this is something I haven't seen in the north before. A locked door. How very, very uncivil. And this looks like a mess hall, but the door's locked. And then there are these bear boards all around the outside of the tent to keep the bears away from breaking in. This place looks like it's been abandoned for at least a decade. But what I think they were doing here was mining exploration. These look like cores. It's a whole bunch of cores that have been drilled. And the reason I say it's rude to lock your cabin, or at least not leave a key right there, is what if a traveler really needs help? What if they're cold? What if they're freezing? What if they're lost? It's very rare to find cabins that are locked in the north. Now, if I really needed to get in here, I could. I would just cut the side of one of the tents and be in. And I'm not going to do that. But what I'm going to do here is just eat some food and then paddle on to the night. Edahon is a large lake. It's 30 kilometers or 20 miles long. And when the wind comes up, that can be really severe. So by doing it now, in the evening, when the winds are gentle, maybe 10 kilometers an hour tailwind, that's the time to go. So I'm going to go as long as I can, late into the night. The light should still be enough to allow me to navigate, and I can avoid the dangers of traveling through such a large lake in a windy condition. Well, with the bugs so bad and no way to prepare food indoors out of the bugs, I think I'm just going to have a whole bunch of energy balls as I paddle. I'm not sure. I think there's about 250 calories per ball. So if I have 4 of them, that'll be 1,000 calories. That'll be something approaching dinner. Well, I made some good progress. It rained, the wind changed direction all the time, and now the sun's going down. Given the cloud cover, I think I need to find a place to camp. I could probably keep going, but trying to find a place to camp in the dark when the little bit of light that's from the sun below the horizon is blotted out by clouds, that's no good. So let's see about finding a place to camp. It's about 10 o'clock.